The camera world is buzzing with anticipation as rumors surrounding the Canon EOS R7 Mark II continue to gather momentum. Positioned as the successor to Canon's well-received EOS R7, the Mark II is being whispered about as a truly transformative release in the APS-C mirrorless category. If the leaks and insider reports are accurate, this camera could potentially blur the line between APS-C and full-frame systems, delivering performance once reserved for far more expensive and larger setups. In this in-depth look, we'll explore all the major rumored specifications, features, and improvements expected in the EOS R7 Mark II, while also considering its possible impact on both professional and enthusiast shooters. The anticipation around the EOS R7 Mark II. When Canon launched the EOS R7 in 2022, it quickly established itself as a strong option for hybrid creators seeking a balance between photography and video performance. With Canon's RF mount ecosystem growing steadily, the original R7 gave APS-C shooters a gateway into Canon's modern mirrorless system without committing to full-frame costs. Fast forward to 2025, and the EOS R7 Mark II is shaping up to be a leap forward rather than a mild refresh. And like many mid-cycle updates, the rumored specs suggest Canon is rethinking the entire APS-C flagship strategy, potentially aiming to redefine what smaller sensor cameras are capable of. For enthusiasts, the possibility of having a compact yet powerhouse camera with cinema-level video, stacked sensor performance, and advanced stabilization is nothing short of thrilling. For professionals, the rumored reliability upgrades, speed, and workflow features could make this a serious secondary body or even a main camera in some fields like wildlife or sports photography. Rumored sensor and image quality. At the heart of the EOS R7 Mark II is what could be its defining feature, a new stacked APS-C CMOS sensor rumored to fall between 33 and 40 megapixels. This would be a substantial step up in technology from its predecessor, and stacked sensor architecture is a game-changer. Why stacked sensors matter? A stacked sensor differs from conventional CMOS designs by placing memory and logic layers directly beneath the photodiodes. This structure enables much faster readout speeds, reducing rolling shutter distortions, improved burst performance, making continuous shooting quicker and more reliable. Better handling of high-speed video recording, since the sensor can process frames at rates previously impossible for APS-C cameras. If Canon delivers on this, APS-C shooters could gain tools traditionally locked to professional full-frame or cinema cameras. Sports and wildlife photographers, who often deal with rapid subject movements, would immediately benefit from reduced skewing and sharper bursts. In addition, the higher megapixel count, if closer to 4MP, would provide additional resolution for cropping, critical for birding and distant wildlife capture without sacrificing image quality. Processing power, DIGIC-10 and accelerator. Leaked reports suggest the camera will introduce Canon's Digic 10 processor alongside an additional DIGIC accelerator module. This dual system promises lightning-fast autofocus performance, likely incorporating AI subject detection improvements seen in Canon's higher-end R3 and R5 cameras. Enhanced low-light noise reduction, extending usable ISO performance. Advanced computational features, such as in-camera HD or merging, automatic focus stacking, or AI-driven subject isolation. This boost in computational photography could give APS-C shooters access to professional-grade imaging pipelines without requiring third-party editing software. For professionals on deadlines, photojournalists, event shooters, or social-first content creators, such speed and processing power may prove invaluable. Stabilization upgrades, 8.5 stops of IBIS. Another standout rumor is the implementation of in-body image stabilization IBIS rated up to 8.5 stops of correction. That figure rivals the best stabilization systems currently on the market, and for APS-C shooters, it could open new creative doors. What this means in practice: long exposure handheld photography, sharp images at 1 to 2 seconds without a tripod. Low-light video recording without requiring bulky rigs or gimbals. Wildlife and street photography with slower shutter speeds, giving more flexibility in natural light. If Canon fine-tunes their BIS system to work seamlessly with stabilized RF lenses, the Mark II could become one of the most versatile handheld tools available. Viewing and composition enhancements. Canon seems to be paying close attention to user experience with rumored major upgrades to the VF and rear LCD. The EVF electronic viewfinder is expected to feature a 2.36 million OLED display. While not record-breaking in resolution, old tech ensures crisp contrast, accurate colors, and smoother refresh, making long sessions less fatiguing for wildlife or sports photographers who rely on the EVF extensively. The rear LCD is rumored to be a 3.2-inch vari-angle touchscreen, redesigned with an improved hinge and brightness system. The new articulation mechanism may improve durability while offering greater flexibility for awkward shooting angles, key for vloggers, low-angle macro shooters, or creators filming themselves outdoors. Video capabilities, cinema power and APS-C. Perhaps the most jaw-dropping part of the rumor mill involves video specifications. Multiple sources suggest the EOS R7 Mark II could support 4K recording at 120 fps, with Canon Log3 for extended dynamic range. Possibly 6K at 120 fps, or even 8K at 60 fps, though these higher-end options remain less certain. If true, this would push the EOS R7 Mark II into territory typically dominated by full-frame or cinema systems. Imagine having cinema-level slow-motion, 6K 8K resolution for cropping flexibility, and Canon's signature color science all within a compact APS-C body. Professional filmmakers and content creators would gain a smaller, more affordable tool that still integrates into high-end workflows. For YouTubers or independent filmmakers, the R7 Mark II could be the camera that bridges affordability and pro-level output. Ergonomics and body design. Canon is also rumored to be slightly enlarging the body compared to the original R7. While some may worry about added bulk, this change likely reflects practical improvements, a deeper grip for better comfort with large telephoto lenses, an autofocus joystick, addressing user feedback for more precise control over focus points, improved balance for extended handheld shooting. These ergonomic refinements suggest Canon is thinking about photographers who spend entire days in the field, sports pros on assignment, wildlife photographers waiting in hides, or event shooters covering multi-hour sessions. Storage and workflow efficiency. For professionals, reliability and redundancy are essential. The EOS R7 Mark II is expected to ship with dual card slots, one supporting CF Express Type B and the other UHS to SD. This combination ensures redundancy for critical shoots, instant backups, faster write speeds for handling 8000 or high frame rate for K video, flexibility for shooters transitioning from SD-based workflows. The inclusion of CF Express also signals Canon's intent to future-proof their R7 Mark II, keeping pace with modern storage demands as resolutions and byte rates continue to rise. Innovative shooting features. Rumors also point to some new, forward-thinking shooting tools. Pre-shutter continuous shooting. The camera could buffer frames even before the shutter is pressed, ensuring that fleeting moments are never missed. Wildlife and sports photographers, in particular, will appreciate the safety net. In camera upscaling, this feature might allow users to generate high-resolution images directly from the body, streamlining workflows for professionals who don't want to spend hours in post-production. Silent electronic shutter. The possibility of Canon eliminating the mechanical shutter entirely is being floated. If true, the R7 Mark II could shoot at 40 fps electronically without noise, ideal for weddings, wildlife, and discreet documentary work. Expected release timeline. Canon has yet to make anything official, but industry whispers suggest a release window between September and December 2025. The IBC trade show in September has been mentioned, though Canon historically unveils consumer-oriented models outside of major video-centric expos. Strategically, a late 2025 release aligns perfectly with the holiday season and the lead-up to spring photography cycles, ensuring strong sales and adoption by early 2026. Pricing speculation. Pricing is another area of heated discussion. Current leaks suggest body-only $1,799, $1,999 kit with RFS 18 to 150mm lens, $2,100, $2,500. Yes, this represents a noticeable bump from the original. However, when you factor in the rumored stacked sensor, 8K video, professional-grade IBIS, and dual-card slots, the pricing begins to make sense. Compared to full-frame alternatives, many of which easily exceed $3,500 before lenses, the R7 Mark II could deliver 90% of the performance at half the price. For cost-conscious professionals or advanced enthusiasts, this could prove to be a highly attractive balance. Who the EOS R7 Mark II is for. If Canon delivers on these specs, the R7 Mark II could appeal to a wide spectrum of creators. Wildlife photographers will love the reach advantage of APS-C sensors combined with stacked speed and rolling shutter suppression. Sports photographers will benefit from 40 fps silent bursts, advanced AF, and pre-shutter buffering. Videographers and content creators may find the 4K at 12 fps and possible 6K to 8K recording options compelling for cinematic production. Hybrid shooters will enjoy a camera that doesn't force a compromise between photo and video. Ultimately, this camera seems targeted at both advanced enthusiasts seeking a future-proof APS-C system and professionals looking for a reliable, portable, and versatile second body. Final thoughts, a new benchmark for APS-C. The Canon EOS R7 Mark II isn't just shaping up to be a minor update, it could redefine the entire APS-C category. With features like a stacked sensor, robust IBIS, high frame rate video, ergonomic refinements, and professional workflow tools, Canon is signaling that APS-C can be more than just an entry-level stepping stone. For years, APS-C has been seen as a compromise, smaller, lighter, and cheaper, but lacking the power and prestige of full-frame. The R7 Mark II could challenge that narrative, offering professional-grade performance in a compact, relatively affordable package. As we await official confirmation, one thing is clear: this camera will be one of the most closely watched releases of 2025. If Canon meets even half of the expectations set by these leaks, the EOS R7 Mark II may set a new benchmark not just for APS-C, but for the mirrorless market as a whole.